Any update on the quarterback situation? Are we getting any closer to knowing who will be the starter?
Yeah, we're closer. I mean, we'll make a decision no later than Tuesday. We're going to watch the film and evaluate it. And, as we start preparation for Tulsa, we'll make a decision.
What did you want to take out of today, this last scrimmage? What did you want to see, and did you see what you needed to?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's the same coach speak. Yeah, after every scrimmage, when you go against yourself, it's good and bad. But I'd say this: that's probably as good as our offense has looked against our first defense in probably 3 years. Part of the things that have to happen is we played a lot of younger skilled guys last year, and we needed them to take the next step and grow up. And today, I thought our offensive skill plays made a lot of explosive plays. Chris Gallen made some tough catches and made some big plays. Travis Green made people miss. Box Coppett made people miss. Marcus Levy made people miss. I just thought our offensive skilled guys made play in space, and that's encouraging. And the discouraging thing is we didn't tackle as well on the perimeter as we did a week ago.
I had to ask you one thing. Clay Rolfe, talk about his transformation from
Clay's done really well. I'm really proud of him. He kind of was a little bit in no man's land as a tight end just because of Alex Bear and Tyler Beck. And when we had a little bit of attrition at the position, we moved him there. And he has done a really nice job. And he's really doing a great job in pass pro. And I think before the year's over, he'll factor in there. But he's smart, he's strong, he's got great size, he's got long arms, what you look for in an offensive tackle, and he's really played hard. So I'm proud of him. I mean, he's in the mix. He's definitely on the bus and definitely traveling, and I think he'll play at some point this year.
You said at the last scrimmage that you thought the offensive line really played well against the D-line. And will you kind of analyze what you saw today on the line?
I thought the line play was fairly even. I certainly didn't think the offensive line got as much push as they did a week ago. But I just think our offensive skilled kids had a great day. They really made people miss. There was unblocked guys in the hole that they would juke and make a spin move, and did it while protecting the football. And our receivers made plays against man coverage. When the line play is equal, it's going to come down to who executes in the perimeter. And like I said, I thought a week ago the defense clearly got the better of the offense, and today it flipped. The offense got the better of the defense, which was always the good news, bad news of a scrimmage.
You're getting closer to the end of your drills here. Now I'm probably a little more comfortable to say freshmen, true freshmen who are stepping up. I mean, you mentioned a couple already in Coppett and Levy.
Yeah, I mean, those two tailbacks are really, they've performed well, and we have two young wideouts. I mean, Ronnie Moore and Teo Redding. I'd say right now those guys are probably going to play for us this year. And then we'll have a number of guys at what I'd call red alert, that if we can stay healthy, we'd like to redshirt them, and we're probably an injury or two away from more guys in that play-in. But we've always tried to redshirt here. I think that's why we are as strong as we are now and as experienced as we are now. So, we're never going to shortchange, the future of the program for a couple of plays, but we clearly have some offensive skilled guys that I think can help us win. And, 3 or 4 of those guys will probably play this year.
One more kickoff return to start. That was live.
That was a live rep now.
Okay.
That was live. He can run. He's got a gear that I've never personally experienced in my life. So it's fun to watch.
Well, that Daryl Hunter update. He didn't play today. So.
No, he didn't. We're still, like I said, I'm concerned that he has a wrist injury. I'm not sure when or if he's going to be able to play this year. So, right now we're not real optimistic. So that's a concern.
You moved Delk over to defense.
Moved Delk to corner. We moved Brian Sutton. I mean, we still got good players there. I mean, I certainly, feel good about Aaron Foster, and Cam Truss is an all-conference player, and Will Watson has had a good camp. But that's where you have a guy leave, and then unfortunately right after that a guy gets hurt, and so that position went from having a lot of depth. And again, we still at corner, you always want a pair and a spare. You always want 2 starters and a third guy that can roll, and right now we still have that, but we got a little thinner behind it.
So you move Sutton back there.
Move Sutton back there. He's a good athlete. Has good ball skills. I think a lot of the things we liked about Aaron Foster, we like about Brian Sutton. He's just got to get some more reps at the position. I think when it's all said and done, he'll be a good player there. We're just playing a little bit of catch-up with him.
You mentioned Gallen earlier in analyzing the scrimmage. Talk about the development you've seen from him from the last game last year to now.
Well, I mean, you even take it a step further back. I mean, from the first game of last year to now. I mean, Chris last year at times showed flashes. Certainly the performance he had against Kent State probably kept us in that game. But there was games that he didn't play at a high level and didn't have an impact. That position in our offense has to impact every game. I mean, Freddie Barnes, Kamar Jordan, that position in our offense, if he's average, we're going to struggle. And I think the thing that's really helped him is going against an all-conference corner every day in practice. I mean, that's been one of the great internal battles at camp, is having Chris Gallen go against Cam Truss. And last week, I thought Aaron Foster and Cam got the better of Chris. I thought Chris won it today. And what I love is the response. That sometimes when you have a competition, if one guy has the edge, the other guy will stop fighting. And when that happens, you're really scared. And Chris fought back, and he fought back the next day in practice. And today really played well. I think he had a chip on his shoulder and had, felt he had to prove something, and he really had a great scrimmage for us. And he's got to do that every game. And if he does that every game, it allows us to run the ball and get other people involved. And when he doesn't play at a high level, things become more difficult.
Watson didn't play today. I mean, what's the injury there?
That was if it was a game, he would have played. Probably because we're in the position we are at corner. Right. He had some tightness in the hamstring, and I couldn't have that thing go the other way. So again, if we had a game today, he could have played, but he was probably 85%. And if I wasn't here in 95, I just shut him down because I didn't want him to tweak it with our preparation for Tulsa beginning here soon.
And then Hopgood, what's his situation?
Again, that was just precautionary. I mean, Jordan has played a lot of football for us. He's got one of those knees that has about 80,000 miles on it. And, we know what Jordan Hopgood's going to do for us. He's valuable on special teams. He's going to have a role in our offense. And we really want to use the scrimmage today to evaluate some of those other backs because there's a lot of guys competing for reps. And so we just made a decision to not play Jordan, let him rest the knee, and again have him close to full strength. And when you have the depth that we do at tailback, that's a luxury that you can afford.
I'm sorry, Jack. Have you gotten an official word on Houston yet? Will he be eligible?
Nothing official. I mean, every indication is he will be, but until you get that stamp. But obviously, we wouldn't have played him as much as we did today if we didn't believe he's going to be eligible. So, I mean, we'll hopefully get final word this week. Sometimes you don't get those answers as quickly as you'd like, but there's a process, and we have to respect the process, and hopefully we'll find out later this week or early next week. This is what was it? Camp, you lose. Today's what? Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sunday.
So, at camp, this is 18 straight days. So, all the days start blending. But hopefully, we'll find out relatively soon whether he's eligible or not.
That's my question.
All right. Thanks for coming out. Anything else?
That's it.
What day do you think you'll have? You said Tuesday.